Hey guys, this is Steve Sheehan, and we are at Richmond, and this is the HotLaps segment showing you guys what this new build has to offer and what this race is going to look like. I can tell you right off the bat that everyone is struggling. This thing is all over the right rear after about 10 to 12 laps, and we're really going to have to stay on top of it, and we are going to have to wheel this car no matter what kind of setup. So I'm going to cross the line going about 149. Now you're not going to see too big of an arc into turn 1. This is important. I start coasting, as you can see, as soon as I can to help the car roll. This car feels way better when you're off everything and you're just coasting. Same deal in turn 3. Shallow arc, stick it right on that yellow line and transition back to full throttle as soon as I can and power up off the corner for 81. I use actually the shading of the track to get into turn 1 and get my point of braking. So I get all my braking done before I get down into the corner. I take a very shallow arc. This is also important. Once you get off the brake, the weight is transitioning from the front of the car. So there's no weight going to one corner of the car. It's very important, especially for short tracks. So I'm going to go in, put my left front right on that yellow line, put a lot of wheel into it, keep it right on that yellow line, and power up off the corner. Now turn 3 is an awesome corner. It is so easy to overshoot the entry of this corner and miss it by a good car width through 3 and 4 and enable someone to stick their nose under you from behind. You really got to get all your braking done and start coasting much earlier than you think. There's a little bump going into turn 3 that the car kind of goes up over and then sets into turn 3. If you don't have all your braking done and you're not starting to coast as soon as that car is ready to set, you're going to miss the corner. Even though you're using more brake and you're probably going a little bit slower, you're still going to push on entry. Coasting, definitely very important. This is a general rule of thumb for all of sim racing. It's been that way for years. I've done this for over 15 years, and I've always trained myself to coast as much as possible for a long run car. This car is going to be really soft in the rear all the way down the front stretch because it's technically a corner. So you're going down the front stretch and you basically feel like the car is wanting to spin out. That's because it is. You're basically having to wheel it, and you're going to see us really start to have trouble with this after 15 laps in a run. You're going to see guys that have saved their tires really start to make gains coming off for it all the way down the front stretch. And you're going to see guys that ate their right rear up. They're going to be out of control all the way down the front stretch if they don't let off and start conserving. Now you're going to see a perfect example of the difference in how you can go through these corners and really help the balance of the car by how you drive and what you do with your footwork. I'm following Chris Main, and he's driving on the right rear versus me. I'm kind of coasting a lot. Now you can see him come off the corners. He's actually gaining a little bit of time on me, but he is eating his right rear so bad that after a couple laps his car is going to go backwards. He's going to have to start letting off. His right rear is going to overheat. There's no way to really cool your right rear down besides slow down. You basically are stuck with what you do to your car. This new build, a new car, is definitely going to be something to keep your eye on tonight, as far as maybe someone's figured something out and someone may absolutely destroy the field. We don't really know. For the most part, I'm pretty sure everyone's struggling to get a handle on it after about 15 laps. Frankly, it feels like our right rear is going flat after 15. It's so difficult to drive. It's fun, but for the most part, we're all just going to be sweating bullets if we get a long run. So in 2 weeks, we are at Darlington for 183 laps. And last season was an excellent race. Ray Alfala won, and I got to follow him to the win, and Darlington is a blast to drive. It's very difficult to get a handle on, and we will see what this new car has to offer both tonight and at Darlington. So enjoy the race.